Well, you must know that by way of our policy making, we have a system where we debate issues and motions in our executive committee meeting. Motions that could come from the rank and file, from the wings, from the state, from the various division. That is, if issues are of the nature of policies in terms of governance or issues in politics or things of that nature, we will have it tabled in our Central Working Committee's meeting, and we will debate that and iron it out there. However, we then, if those issues touches on issues that pertains to Sharia, then we will have it sort of brought forward to the Majlis. It will be brought to the attention of Majlis Shura Ulama. And if issues are really, very critical, then it will have to be brought to the Mu'tamar. The Mu'tamar is the highest, insofar as the constitution of the party is concerned, in ROS, the Mu'tamar is the highest decision-making body or platform for the party. So, if that question pertains to one that would have to review our position in Pakatan, which is actually a policy that we arrive at finally at the Mu'tamar. Therefore, any attempt at reviewing that would have to be finally tabled in the Mu'tamar. I, for one, would have no qualms that it could be tabled. And if it's coming from the Dewan Ulama, or for that matter, anywhere else, it should rightly be tabled in the Mu'tamar. However, for one to undertake and propose those kind of motion, I believe one has to, within their wing, within their Dewan, or division, or even the state, if it's coming from a state, a motion from the state, an usul from the state, then they must have deliberated it at length. And because, and this is because they must be responsible, to debate it and to table it and debate it for the rationales of why they think that, it must be reviewed. So, while many may have a lot of anxiety over why do we need to, review it, now that we know that we on, with the coming 14 GE 4 or 5 years down the road, and we know why we were in Pakatan in the first place, then why at this juncture, one who thought, do you need to review it? If anything, it should be strengthened. So I wrote an article on this, Tahalluf Siyasi, to be strengthened and not to be reviewed, because it's coming from my judgment and my assessment, my analysis of how it, the issue need to be handled. But having said that, though, finally, yes, it could be tabled as a motion in the Mu'tamar, and anyone could be taking it up and without prejudice. But I believe, in the course of discussing it, I hope, if there are sections of the members, especially of leadership, that could not really appreciate and internalize or understand this, I think through the debate, I hope it would be enhanced and made to be more profound. Understanding to be more profoundly understood by leaders. So that's it.
Since you mentioned the 14th general election, do you plan to contest in the coming general election?
Personally, I do not know. I would have thought that now I'm very comfortable with think tanking work, with the work of research on policy advocacy, troubleshooting, writing. These are very, what I thought would be my things that I'm good at doing. It's not that I fear to go down to see the rakyat, but I have proven myself that for the last 5 years, I have done my best, and the people of Kuala Selangor, despite my defeat, I think could stand testimony to the kind of work that I have achieved round the clock, or rather around the entire 5 years, not just towards the end of the finishing line. So if given a choice, I would be comfortable to be doing what I'm doing, but if it is deemed necessary that I contest, I would not shy away being a politician, but I wouldn't know where it will be. So I'm most comfortable where I am right now.